As you can see from the title, today we're gonna figure out who the strongest person or character protagonist in anime is. There's I believe it's tied between these two. This handsome looking dude and this bum. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna watch the videos and then give my opinion on who on like to end the debate on like who's just literally stronger. So let's get straight into it.
Si vous cherchez un véhicule abordable, élégant, avec beaucoup de technologie, nous vous présentons le Nissan Titan.
Goku versus Saitama, the pointless debate. In my last bracket video on the most overpowered characters in anime, I made two statements that caused an uproar in the comments. The first being that Saitama is clearly more overpowered within his universe than Goku is relative to the Dragon Ball universe, which honestly I don't even think is up for debate, and I will definitely elaborate on. But the second claim that I made was that if the two characters actually had to fight, that I honestly have no clue who would win. I said that if I had to choose, I would put my money on Saitama, but overall, I don't think it's a...
You guys, to be honest, I'm more on Saitama's side because here's my theory. Because like he's like to me, he is one punch everything. So even if listen, even if like Goku can become stronger and like surpass his limits, he wouldn't have time because all it takes is for this man right here to punch him once, and then that's the name One Punch Man. Therefore, he destroys Goku with just one punch, bro. That's my theory, bro. That's why I think that this man should like literally beat anyone because of his one punch theme.
battle that anyone can properly power scale. As the title of the video suggests, I think it's pointless, but not for the reason that most people give, where they say Saitama is a gay character and thus can't be power scaled. No, it's a real world with real rules and the potential to gain immense power. And I will explain why I think it's pointless, but before that, let's tackle my original statement. The tournament bracket that I did was on overpowered anime characters relative to their anime universe.
Don't care.
Potentially the most overpowered universe within anime. Most relevant characters being able to destroy planets with ease. However, I personally don't think Goku has been overwhelmingly overpowered throughout the series, as we have seen him die multiple times. When he does win, he often comes out with many serious wounds. He even managed to get wrecked by one of Frieza's underlings' shitty little lasers. Overall, he isn't invincible by any means, and a lot of his feats are achieved through insane training and his dedication to martial arts. While in comparison, Saitama is much more overpowered, again within his universe, compared to what he's fighting against, where he actually suffers from a level of depression because he is just so strong that no fight can give him the thrill that he truly desires. Both Goku and Saitama search for strong opponents. The only difference is Goku manages to find them and has entertaining tough battles, while no one within the One Punch Man universe is even close to Saitama, which caused his depression in the first place. Overall, I think my statement that Saitama is more overpowered is undeniable. Maybe if he faced off against Whis or even better Zeno, then we could have a debate. But within their own respective universe, Saitama is more overpowered than Goku. Now on to my second claim regarding if they had to fight. A good old death battle, if you would. And in my opinion, I think it's a pointless debate. And the reason that I say that is I personally don't think we can power scale Saitama. 1. We have not seen him fight an opponent that actually brings him to his limit. Someone similar enough in power that we have an idea as to what Saitama can and cannot do. And personally, I don't think we ever will. And number 2, he has no limits, or rather he removed his limiter. How can you possibly measure a power that is infinite? Let me read you a quote. No matter how much effort one puts in, every living being has an intrinsic limit to its growth. Too much power becomes unbearable and overwhelms its host, turning it into a mindless, rampaging monster. To ensure that we do not enter the realm where we lose all purpose and ability to reason, God has set limits to the growth of every being. The mechanism with which growth is controlled. It says that he got some scratches, but likely he wasn't affected at all. Sorry for all these...
Oh, stupid, bro. Oh, look at this dude. Look at this dude.
These stupid little analogies, but you know when you're play fighting against a younger sibling or your little cousin, and you're obviously not serious because you don't want to hurt them because they're so small and so weak, and you're honestly not even taking them seriously and paying full attention, and they somehow manage to get a good hit on you that you kind of feel, but at the end of the day, it's still not a big deal. Would you say that your little cousin or sibling is similar in strength to you now? Or that instance can actually be used to scale your strength?
Bro.
Of course not. The same way Goku getting shot through by a tiny little laser
Honestly,
beam
both
doesn't
of
make
them
him
have valid
even
points
remotely
of what
close
they're
to
saying.
Soulmate in power.
I can understand. I kind of skipped through the Goku thing, but I understand what you
that
meant.
he's even close to him in strength
Like,
now. All you can really say now is that Goku isn't that durable or invincible when his defenses are down.
he's
So in the
getting
same way, Boros giving
on the
Saitama a few
conclusion, bro.
scratches, not a fatal wound like Goku got, doesn't mean Saitama is super serious, a mega serious punch, consecutive serious punches. Serious could be anywhere between a normal punch and infinity, considering Saitama broke his limiter. Saitama, who made up the name of his punch, doesn't even know how strong he is. He doesn't know his own limits. Overall, the point of this video is that we can't possibly begin to estimate Saitama's strength, so how can we properly power scale him versus Goku? This is one of my favorite replies that someone tweeted at me. A lot of people tried to make the same argument, but this one is actually decent.
What just want to say? Hold on. Saitama is not stronger than a Goku. Just because Saitama has never lost a battle doesn't mean he's stronger. I mean, whatever. Goku has fought universal to multiversal beings, while Saitama has fought a being that was only planet level, meaning Saitama loses by lack of feats, bro.
Simple.
Look, wait, and then he has a Goku profile. Obviously biased, so shut your mouth.
Saitama is not stronger than a Goku. Just because Saitama has never lost a battle doesn't mean he's stronger, which is true. Goku has fought universal to multiversal beings.
I mean, like, the man has a point.
Planet level,
I can't lie. But like at the end, he fought someone. Like at the end of the One Punch Man, he fought some alien man from the another world. So this isn't all true what he said because he literally fought an alien and one punched it. So just bring that in.
A ton of people try to use this argument, and while not inherently wrong, especially if you're just doing a fun power scaling video, scaling by feats is fine in most situations and against most characters, but in this case it just doesn't work. And I actually wanted to use this perspective to make it easier to understand my points. Saitama broke his limiter, so we know he's insanely powerful, we just don't know how powerful. And there likely isn't even a limit to his power. We have no one to compare him to because everyone he defeats is way weaker than him, making this entire debate pointless because based off what we have seen and the information provided, we cannot prove that Saitama is stronger or weaker. So Goku having larger feats doesn't prove that he is actually stronger in any way. The thing is, most power scalers look at Goku's accomplishments versus Saitama's accomplishments, or feats. And since Goku's are larger, they conclude that Goku is stronger. The problem lies with the unknown and potentially infinite potential Saitama has. However, before we end the video, I do want to address something that I hear a lot, and have even said myself, which is kinda dumb in retrospect. That if Saitama fought someone of Goku's caliber within the One Punch Man universe, he would win because that's the point of the show. For Saitama's limitless ability to overpower any adversary regardless of the adversary's strength. Which is true to a certain extent. That's kind of the point of the show, for Saitama to defeat powerful opponent one after the other, them just getting more and more powerful, and he just defeats them all.
Yeah, like, look at this man, bro. You can't say this man is weak. Like, look at these muscles, bro.
But the reason I think it's dumb is the exact same thing applies to Goku. He may get wounded or even die, but in the end, Goku wins and saves the planet or universe every time. If Saitama were to join the world of Dragon Ball and somehow fought against Goku, it wouldn't be any different. So overall, I don't like that argument very much. But anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, subscribe for more, and consider supporting me on Patreon.
Hold on a second. Guys, I'm not gonna end it like this. No. Wait, is there something else? Bro. He didn't even give us a, like, who's stronger. This looks so, I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to be biased. I just want an honest analogy why Saitama can beat Goku. It's only 5 minutes. Just check this one out. I just want to know his reason.
Way too expensive, but today I'm going to show you guys how to get all this stuff for a lot cheaper. First, go to one of your favorite gaming websites. So
why Saitama could beat Goku. The entire premise of One Punch Man is that Saitama is strong enough to one-punch anyone and anything. The reasoning for that is followed by the argument that no one is stronger than Saitama, therefore he one-punches everything. The entire focus of One Punch Man is the implications of that entire argument. It's a joke. And when put into a serious context / a serious world, it adds a good juxtaposition fit for comedy, because of how ridiculous it is. Saitama is the main protagonist of the webcomic, manga, and anime series titled One Punch Man. It's a parody anime, manga, webcomic, whatever you want to call it. It's a parody of superhero and anime action superhero tropes and storytelling. Saitama's character is so strong that he exists as the pinnacle of the Deus Ex Machina trope.
Wait a second.
Because when he shows up at the end of an episode, you know it's going
What
to
do
be
you say
over.
what this man said here again?
Saitama is strong enough to one-punch anyone and anything. The reasoning for that is followed by the argument that no one is stronger than Saitama, therefore he one-punches everything. The entire focus of One Punch...
See guys, this is what I literally just said at the start of the video. Didn't plan this, didn't watch the video, but like... yeah, exactly. Like, Saitama can just one-punch everything. Like, after he one-punches you, it's over, bro. That's why Goku can't surpass nothing.
When put into a serious context / a serious
he'd be dead, bro.
It adds a good juxtaposition fit for comedy because of how ridiculous it is. Saitama is the main protagonist of the webcomic as quickly as they put it in, and is not one to make Goku too powerful, even though he is. Now, if we compare feats, Goku has proven himself to be Link's out of Saitama. Saitama can blast a meteor in one punch, Goku can Kamehameha any problem away. Saitama can punch a fish so hard it stops raining, Goku can use a spirit bomb. Saitama can end the Dominator of the Universe with a held-back punch's shockwave while he's not even trying, and Goku can...
That punch there, like, listen to what he said.
Saitama can end the Dominator of the Universe with a held-back punch's shockwave
of the universe.
Without even
trying, with not even like a punch direct to the face, it was like a shockwave. Not even trying to punch to the face. Come on. Dominator of the universe.
Okay. And do you see the trend here? Goku is trying, Saitama is not. That's the joke. It doesn't matter the feat that Saitama must overcome, he is always holding back. In his fight with Boros, Saitama is pulling his punches as to let Boros get the fight out of his system. But Josh, look, it took more than one punch to beat Boros here, so doesn't that mean Saitama can't beat everybody in one punch? No, it's the same reason Spider-Man doesn't beat street thugs in one punch. Spider-Man is extremely strong. The proportional strength of a spider is an insane amount of strength. Spider-Man once punched the Scorpion's jaw off in one punch from how strong he was. The reason Spider-Man isn't doing this all the time is because he's always holding back, just like Saitama. But Josh, Saitama took damage from Boros in the manga. You can see it right here. No, he didn't. It's a popular shonen trope, something we established Saitama as being a parody of, to hype us up for the big fight by showing us the strongest character or main character of that show has taken some sort of damage. This doesn't appear in the webcomic, the predecessor to the manga, nor the anime in that sense. The fact is almost immediately annulled in the next chapter. The literal punchline of One Punch Man is Saitama being able to one-punch any monster and bad guy away. One Punch Man does this extremely well by following the simple formula of X shows up and is too strong for our heroes, Saitama shows up and finishes it with one punch. This completely rids the situation of having any emotional or physical stakes. It's ironic and a great juxtaposition for where we find ourselves as the audience, and where the people in the show find themselves, because not many people know of Saitama's strength. So when the heroes are fighting, they're giving it their all because it has stakes to them. That's why when Moomin Rider,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Because of the theme, like, because of the theme, you can literally one punch everyone, bro. It doesn't even matter.
It's about me taking you on right here, right now. This is a genuinely emotional moment in One Punch Man that at its heart is a parody. So how did One Punch Man manage this? Just because a show is a parody doesn't mean that it has to confine itself to rules of always being funny and not taking itself seriously. One Punch Man isn't just a parody, it's also the exploration of what it means to be a hero. If you judge being a hero on being the strongest, then what's the point? Something that Saitama himself embodies. For example, SAO Bridge is a parody of Sword Art Online Terror, but at the end of episode 8 there's a really good film.
I think they're scaling powers here.
Goku has Ultra Instinct, can go Super Saiyan, can fuse, and can fight on the level of gods. Goku trained his whole life to fight on the level of gods. Saitama trained for 3 to become the strongest man alive. That's the joke. Saitama is meant to bypass all of this. Saitama doesn't need to surpass anyone's strength because he already has. In-universe explained this
just in 3
breaking
years, by the way.
He's broken past the limit of strength he can have and has gotten to a point where he's above the plateau that stops everyone else. The joke is that Saitama is ridiculously strong and can beat anybody in one punch. Why else, for any reason, would the title refer to him as One Punch Man, but no one in-universe has, if it weren't the case? It doesn't matter how fast Goku is, how strong Goku is, what abilities Goku has, because Saitama is just stronger. If you still don't think Saitama is a joke character, let me ask you one question. Why was Saitama unable to capture a mosquito but could blow away a planet-busting attack without trying? Exactly. If you don't think Saitama could beat Goku, you missed the joke.
Right. I don't know, man. Honestly, now I'm leaning more towards This man, honestly. Saitama. Anyway. That's the end of the video, guys. Comment down below, like the video, sub, don't forget to sub, and we're out.